Hey guys, what's up? So today I want to talk about how to not care what people think. Like, is that possible? Maybe to a certain extent. Do I think like even the most successful person doesn't care about what people think? No. And we have living proof of that. Like, they still care. The richest person in the world still cares what certain people think. But it's natural, right? Like, we're hardwired. Like, since we were like babies, like to want love and affection and acceptance from like our parents, right? We want to please our parents because we know that if we please them, we get love in return, kind of thing. And then like once we start school, we want to be a part of a group. Like, we want friends. Like, we don't want to sit at the lunch table alone. So, we behave in such a way where, we can attract friends to like us. And then when we get into like relationships, I mean, there we go again, right? We are like this version of ourselves, and we hope that this version keeps this person loving us, right? And then when you go to like look for jobs, right? You kind of have to care about what people think. That's why we do resumes, we go on these interviews, and we like put our best foot forward because we like really do care, and it really somewhat does matter. But the thing is, it holds us back. That's when it becomes a real problem. Like, okay, I just started watching, okay, like, don't judge me, okay? So I just started watching The Kardashians. Okay, it's like a rewind here of The Kardashians and like how they are super successful, right? But they still care about what people think. So don't get down on yourself or feel like it's like unnatural, like it's like a flaw, because it's not. Like, they are like really successful businesswomen, regardless of how you feel about them. Because I used to not be like a fan. I used to be like, oh, the Kardashians, oh my god, whatever, right? And like I didn't understand like how people were so obsessed with them, and then like now after watching like the Hulu version of the Kardashians, now I'm like, oh, this makes sense. This is why all the girls look like this. This is why they wear their makeup that way. Why like tight clothing like Skims, right, are so like fashionable. Like, I used to wonder, like, why are girls wearing tights like all the time? Everywhere I go, I see girls in tights, right? And I'm like, the whole butt thing, the lips thing, I'm like, I understand now. Watching that show, I understand that's why all the girls kind of look similar, right? And I've never been into that, so I'm not like a super makeup person. I'm not super flashy, so it's not really like my thing. But besides that, like they're super successful, and I see like how hard Kim works. It's like, wow, like that bitch like busts her ass. Like, that is hard work. Like, so what? Sex tape, big fucking deal. Okay. Besides that, she's been able to build a brand around herself, and holy moly, and her sisters as well. Like, and like just like their family. Like, I respect. I mean, of course, there's some things that you don't like. Like, I don't like maybe that they do, right? But whatever. I mean, it's their life. So yeah, so they still care about what people think. You see Chloe, right? And how she's like just doesn't want to go out, doesn't want to deal with like the paparazzi, doesn't want to deal with like the comments and like people judging her because of, Tristan. So see, like I said, it's only natural, but going back to when it stops you from living your life and doing the things that you want to do, that's where it becomes detrimental, right? When you let it get to you like that. So like, how do you stop caring? Think about me coming on camera, right? I've been like trying to do this YouTube journey for like years, but I was like uncomfortable in front of the camera, right? And then like eventually, like you can, you can only like talk yourself into it so many times before you realize like, wow, like I'm really letting myself down. Like I'm not doing what I want to do, which is to express myself and to serve the people that need the kind of serving that I have to offer, right? Because not everybody's going to like my vibe. Not everybody's going to need the kind of like information that I want to give or advice, right? That's fine. They'll find somebody else. But there will be people who will vibe with me and connect with what I'm saying. And at some level, I am helping them. And my mission is to serve and help from experience. I won't ever like talk about anything that I don't have any experience in. You know, like I know people talk about the imposter syndrome. Like, I mean, to some degree, I mean it's okay, but you know, for the most part, I try to be authentic, right? To who I am. I practice what I preach. That's extremely important to me. It's like eventually you'll get to a point in your life where it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like you're not happy at your job. So what is the plan? What are the next steps? What do you need to go? What do you need to do? Like, and it's like we go in like these full circles with ourselves, you know, like continuous looping and talking to ourselves. You can read all the books you want to, watch all the videos you want to, you know, get like little short inspirations of like motivation. But in the end, it falls back to how you feel about yourself and what you believe you can achieve. So if you are still in that place where you care about what people think, you're not doing yourself any favors. I mean, I still know 40-year-olds who struggle, who are still hiding who they are and who aren't authentic to who they are because they're afraid of being judged or accepted. And you guys got to remember that, you know, like when you came into this world, right? You came by yourself. You took your first breath on your own. And when you die, you're going to die alone. And you don't want to spend years and years and decades with regrets and wishing you did things different. I mean, for the young people who are out there doing their thing and like they don't, you know, base their values so much on the external world and they're just doing their thing, like I commend you guys. I mean, that is great, you know, but there are still so many of us that still worry so much about what other people think. And it's like life is short. I know that you don't think it sometimes, you forget it, but life is short. So the key is just to remember, like, it's natural, okay, to care what people think. Like, I won't go out, like, in public, right, and, like, have a conversation, like, loudly and, like, say the F word and curse and, you know, be inappropriate and at places where you shouldn't be. Like, see, I care to some extent. I'm not that way, right? I'm not vulgar, but there are people who are and they'll, like, behave that way. And I'm just like, oh, okay. But I mean, at some level, every one of us cares about what other people think, whether it be family, friends, you know, coworkers. Like, of course, like there's that's not a problem. But what I'm saying is like, if you're doing it to a point to where like you are hiding who you are and you're afraid to express yourself, that is a problem. And that is something like you need to get like, you need to resolve, find out why you care so much. And like, do you really need to care that much? Like say like being on YouTube, like most people are just strangers. Like you don't even know these people. And if there are people who are criticizing you, there is some validity to that, yes, because there's criticism where it's like it can help you think, right, and question yourself, like, you know what I mean? Because you're not always right. But there's also like people who are just trolling you, who just are sad people, and you know they have nothing better to do with their time. And that's what you have to remember. Like that's what it is. So don't take it personal when someone has something bad to say, or and you know they're just being ill to you. Like it's reflection. They're just projecting how they feel about themselves. And I know you guys have heard this like 100 times probably. That's really what it is. So do not let those people get in the way of what you want to do with your life. So that is my advice, to not care how people think about you, right? just like do your thing, right? And be who you are. And but then people take that out of context too, though, right? Like they think they can just go be like rude, obnoxious, judgmental, cruel. Like that's just who I am. Ah, I don't know if that's a good thing. Like that's like low level vibrating kind of like energy. If you're like, you know, being ugly, that's like a whole nother topic. But I mean like as far as like your sexuality, right? You know, whether you're straight or whether you're bi or you're gay and, you know, you're still in the closet kind of thing, you know, like, or like, you know, when it comes to like your career goals, right? You know, what your ambitions are, like, what do you want to do? You know, whether you know, like see yourself with kids, raising a family, or whether you want to be like a career woman and you don't want kids. I mean, whatever it is you want to do, you know, that's good for you and your soul, right? And it elevates you and it gets you closer to accomplishing like who you're really meant to be like on this earth, because you only have so much time and we really got to stop wasting it on what other people think for the most part. Okay, well, I love you guys and I will talk to you again real soon. I hope this did help you just a little bit at least. Bye.